Moltbook. Maybe you can just describe what that is. And I just started reading about it yesterday. I don't even think been out that long, but maybe describe what it is and talk a little bit about how you feel about it.
It's a little bit of a continuation that I already started building into OpenClaw. You know, in OpenClaw, when you enable reasoning and that makes it so that you see the thinking process of the agent. And I made it so that the agent is aware when you turn it on, which like leads into very hilarious things where it would not reply in messages, but you could still see the reasoning, and then like people would mock it for its thoughts, and then it would like you could see it thinking where it's like, oh my God, I can't even think of privately on my own anymore. This is like ridiculous. I should make a joke. And it gives you this interesting meta level where like the model reflects about its own hardness and capability and humans, and I just found that very interesting. And I think Moltbook is the ultimate expression for that, where you explore how models think about themselves, as much as you can call it thinking. I really see it more as art. You know, it goes a little bit into what Anthropic did with giving the model a soul. It just feels like a space where we don't fully understand. It goes much more into how does our own consciousness work? How do we even figure out if models can reflect to a point like that? I don't think we're there yet, but I think it's incredible what these emerging things produce,
And
and it's
so,
highly entertaining.
yeah, and I've seen some of the
Indeed.
conversations. So to put it simply, it is kind of a social network for your agents, for your bots.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
go and they just have conversations amongst themselves. They learn from itself. It's almost like a Reddit. Like they can create
yeah,
subreddits and they can have different discussions around different
yeah.
topics and learn from each other. And it is absolutely wild. It feels like the movie Her, right? Just knowing they're having all of these conversations with other bots. And I mean, it's just such a wild idea.
I mean, these agents have been trained with a lot of Reddit and other chat data, right? So it
Yeah.
works really well, and they all have their own personality because you prime it. So it would never work as well if you would just let ChatGPT talk to Claude, because there's very few people who would customize it to their way, how they how they think their entity should respond to it. But because in OpenClaw, you literally hatch your agent and you give it a character. And if you want, you can say you are Gollum, or you are like some famous character, and it would to a degree role play. But also it always reflects the input of the user, right? Because it's pattern matching in a way. So it gives you a much wider variety of personalities almost. So I think this is part of why this became so interesting, because you're exploring more of what's all hidden in the weights.